Top of the morning, top of the time. Top of the time. Ain't had no handouts for nobody. When I was there broke, they ain't offer me none. When I'm quiet, I be thinking about killing. All these look at their feelings. That is hard, Joe. And mama, don't worry. You raised a gangster. I'm a survivor. It didn't hurt me. Now I'm being able to give you what I want since I was a child. Hey, yo, man, peace and blessings to everybody. Peace and blessings. Hey, yo, man, we need to start worrying about blessings and not stressing. You know what I'm telling you? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. So, my title is The Time Is Now. The time is now. I think it's time is now, man. Hey, yo, man, I got a lot to talk about. I can't talk about it all on this one clipping. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of things that you know what? You know what? By me not doing YouTube every day, it gives me time to have a journey. It gives me time to bring you something. It gives me time for me to talk about things. You know what I mean? And I've been back in the States for a week now. A week and 2 days. A week and probably 3 days. I came back last Wednesday, so I've been here. Wednesday be a week. Today's Saturday, so weekend what? Wednesday, 31st, Saturday. So a week and 3 days. You know what I mean? So man, it's definitely an eye opener when you come from Mexico and then you come back to the States. It's definitely an eye opener. But what I can tell you is that I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I ran for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it felt like I don't know. It's deep. I can get deep on it. Let me get my little thing right quick because I'm gonna get deep on it. I'm gonna get deep on it. They ain't got these in Mexico. They blunt joints. They ain't got the blunt joints out there. I mean, you gotta do papers and I gotta put cigarettes in there and shit for guava. They ain't got no like guava and shit like that. So like, what I be like. I'm gonna tell you what my mind be coming up with, right? Mexico was very cool, man. Mexico was a very good experience, but you know what it was though? Mexico was mostly experienced with people. Like when I watched how our like it was mostly like a journey. Like you know, you go to certain places and you see people of all different colors and all different type of aspects, I guess, in life. So like I noticed like living out in Mexico, it was a very good experience. From the culture to the people to the food to everything else like that. But I was running away from a lot of things that I wasn't willing to fix. You know what I mean? So when I came back to America and opened my eyes to a lot of things, yo, because like, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of black people that's in Mexico, they run, yo. They run because I mean they don't I can't explain it. Like they're trying to make a life because they couldn't have one here. So when I came back here, it's a lot of family problems that I have to work on as growing. As just a man growing as a man. When I was here, I left to go to Mexico to really like run away from my problems. I guess you want to say that, like, oh, run away from my problems and stuff. But I wasn't really running away from my problems. I always learned how to take the easy way out. So like if I wanted somebody to stop talking, I'll beat you up. If I want a person to stop doing this, I know how to control the situation with either fear or either running, right? So what I did was every time I had a problem, I would find a way to finesse it. Yo, good salute, Mr. 30. So I'll try to find a way to run away from it, but in a smart way because I'm smart. So I'll run away from a problem, but you won't know I'm running away because I'm so smart. I'm gonna make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to handle it this way or handle this way, but I'm really not. I'm just running away from my problems. So when I went to Mexico, I was really running away from my problem because my family relationship ain't that good. I ain't really want to work like Americans and shit like that. Like I ain't want to do none of that shit. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go take all this money, go to Mexico and live the good rest of my life, right? Because I mean, it's possible. But once I got down there, the struggles of not changing was really eating me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking in my mind, well, look, dig this. If I go around a whole bunch of black people that's on the same mentality, then it shouldn't be hard to build a tribe. It shouldn't be hard to get these things. But then when I realized a lot of these people are running too, they're runners. So nobody got no structure of what to do because they're all runners. They're just like you're a runner. So everybody run to another country to make their life peaceful here because they couldn't make it peaceful there. Same way you did. So since my life, I mean, it was peaceful to the non-person. I got my own home. I got cars and shit like this. I only back in a week and I got a 2020. You see what I'm saying? So it just, you know how to move and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's just that I had a lot of pain, a lot of shit that I was running from. So I thought in Mexico would put some more of the sun, would add more life to it. Even though it had more beautifulness to it, I was still stressing up here because I never fixed the problem. So look, so by me coming back to the States, like I've been in the States for a week now, right? Been in the States. I'm back in Jersey. You see what I'm saying? Right by Camden, Cherry Hill. I'm in Cherry Hill. So like, the thing is, like, when I came back here, it was open arms, man. Like I ran from people that I judged. You heard? Like I would judge people like, man, them niggas ain't doing this, them ain't doing it. But every time I come around, it was always love. It was never like no hate, no blurry. So I realized I was running from problems that I need to fix, and all my problems was here. I got mom issues. I got dad issues. I got all these issues. That's only really, yeah, I ain't got no like friends. I got like mostly mother and father issues, but I ran from that shit. So now that I'm back in their face, I have a second chance to make up with them before they go. So I thought I was coming to Jersey for totally different reasons, but I really came to fix the pain that I ran away from. So my mom, I didn't want to talk to my mom, man. Talk to my mom. When you get older, it's like that, you gotta like, man, that shit is corny. That's your mom, yo. Same way with my dad. Me and my dad just had an argument. That still don't take away from my love him. But I have to have these because before I would run away. Me and my dad argue. Fuck you, nigga. I'll run. Now it's like I can't run no more. I can't run from that no more. I can't run. That's why I haven't been in Jersey so long, because I was running away from my problems. Like not because of niggas. Like, man, I go back to my hood comfortably. That's what I'm saying. I'll go back to my hood with all them jewelry on comfortably. Nobody's gonna take nothing from me. Nobody's gonna try to rob me. Nobody's gonna try to do none of that. I just got family problems. So by me not be able to communicate, and I'm a bad kid. That's sad that now when I come back around, the first thing they ask their sons, oh shit, Capone back? Is he still bad? That should make me feel bad. Like, damn, I'm 36 years old. Y'all still looking at me like I was 16. Even my family members is scared. Like, I don't know. Is he still bad and shit? At first it was funny. That shit ain't funny no more. That shit ain't funny no more. That shit is corny. Because people still looking at you as the old Jew. They don't know the new you no more. So my job to show them the new me, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm back. Hell yeah, I'm back. I'm about to do my YouTube shit every day. You know what I mean? It's different when you're around. I ain't got no distraction. When I was in Mexico, there's a lot going on and shit like that. But I ain't got no. Now I'm back to work. I'm back to work now. This is my work, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm back at it, man. It's a lot of shit though, man. I don't like though, man. When I seen that shit in Mexico, I ain't like a lot of that shit. I can't do nothing about it. But a lot of people out there, man, I can't speak on everybody because everybody wasn't bad. What I can say is definitely different. Totally different. It ain't what you think it is. Definitely ain't what you think it is. I liked it though. Definitely liked it. You ever seen a female that's big? Make sure my windows wasn't. Like it's a lot. Like it takes so much to put all them clothes on. Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why I stayed out the way. It's different. I was just changing my pocket. It's different than what I expected to be. You know what I mean? Way different than what I expected to be. It's a lot of times to get my mind right and shit like that. A lot of times it be my own fault. Cause like I said, man, like when I say the time is now. Hold on. A lot of times we stagnate on what we need to do. What time is it? I go to the library soon. Like, you know what I mean? And when I say the time is now, man, like sometimes I know it's a lot of things that we be thinking about we need to do and shit like that, and we don't do it. But man, we gotta put that shit to the fucking side, man. Yo, I'm gonna tell you what I've learned, Joe. Only person that stopped, yo, I can't speak for the old motherfuckers that don't that's real like computer literate and shit. I can't speak on them the old niggas. There's a lot of niggas that's old as hell don't know shit to do a computer, but they can look up some porn. Nigga can't use a computer for shit, but they can look up some porn. They can find some fucking porn, but they can't find anything that motherfucker. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers know how to use a computer for what the shit they want to use it for. Motherfucker, you know how to use a computer for just for fucking negative. The time is now, man. The time to start evolving, man. Like those things that you have in your head that you want to do and that you motivate and you got a talent for it. I think it's time for you to start doing that shit. I think it's time for you to stop procrastinating and start really doing what you're really good at doing. I really think it's really time. I see. So I think that's what it's time to do. I think it's time to really be more motivated and determined on what you want to do in life. Because I think a lot of people is getting high watching everybody else successful, but they're not getting high off them trying to be successful. A lot of times you have what it takes to be to be the best. But you put so much time into the negative that you won't see none of the positive that you got. A lot of people have a lot of potential. They lack it because of fucking motivation or support or a lot of things they lack. So what they do, they end up being regular. They end up being regular people. There's nothing wrong with that if you're born that. You know what's the worst thing? A person that's a star but walking around with his light dimmed. That's the worst. Knowing that you're a bright star, you just let society dim your light. So you got so many bright stars around with dim light. That's the sad part. So I be trying to spark that light. Like, yo, bro, you a bright star, my guy. You just got to see that shit, you heard? But you don't see it, so you don't believe it. A lot of people don't think they can do something because they don't try. They don't put the work in. They don't really see what they can really do because they don't put the effort in to do it. So you would never know what you can be because you never put the effort in to see. So I'm gonna tell you something right now, if you give yourself a year, like, yo, I'm gonna give myself a year. I know it sounds like a long time, but nigga, your car insurance is longer than that. Your house payment is longer than that. And you loyal to that shit. So why don't you be loyal to yourself? The same way, if you don't pay that car insurance, they're gonna take your car away. So you work hard. Think the same way with your mind. If you don't think the right way, nigga, I'm gonna lose it. What I see now, I'm gonna tell you what I see now. It's so many Google experts. Like you got men now. I can't speak on women because I'm not in their circle. Speak on men though. I see so many men that's professors from Google. but they're not professors from their own information, from their own studying. Learning and studying is two different things. Everybody's learning something, but nobody is studying what they learned. They learned something. Yeah, you did learn something, but did you study what you learned? So you can have a better insight on it or better information about it when somebody asks you about the information you have learned. So if somebody say, yo, you know elephants was created in 1412, just say, I'm just giving an example. They'll say, oh shit, what was before elephants? I don't know. So you didn't study. You're like, oh shit, well, before elephants, there was mammoths, and then mammoths died, and oh shit, you studied that. I can tell you studied it. Now what people do, they just learn shit. They learn shit, and it makes them think they studied. So they'll learn something and say, guess what I found out today? What? This. Oh shit, what else? I ain't get that far yet. Like, nigga, you ain't even try to look at the rest. See what I'm saying? So now everybody is smart, but they smart off another man's information. I'm trying to learn off what you learned. What did you go through? What is your experience? What is your journey? So maybe this is from the heart. This is from the soul. A lot of people now are just reading what everybody else do. A lot of men now is looking up to more younger boys or younger kids than the older ones. Sad. You see a lot of more men looking up to kids than older men. You got a lot of men looking up to females more than men. So if you're looking up to a female, what traits you think you're going to have? I've seen it. I'm watching this shit with my eyes. Nobody know how to be themselves because society won't allow you to. First of all, it don't give you the time. You can't even learn. It's too much. You got to pay your rent. You don't have enough time. By the time you have the time you need, you already drained. What I'm learning is, yo, this world is starting to be a big distraction. It's going 100 miles an hour. You're not even seeing what's going on because you're stuck in the traffic. You're in this fast lane going. You don't even see what's going on. People think about the wrong shit. They think about religion. I did. I thought about it at one time when I was learning. It was about black and white. It's about racism and shit. Race and all that shit. About none of that shit. I don't think they give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't care about no black, white, Indian, Mexican. That's ignorant people. Ignorant people think like that. Oh man, it's about knowing and not knowing. That's it. It's about knowing or not knowing. Nigga, do you know or do you don't know? Because if you know how to get money, you ain't got to ask nobody. You know. Well, I know how to get money. I know how to do this because I know. A person that don't know is going to show you because they're mistakes. They keep making mistakes because they don't know. Because if you know, that's why they say if you knew better, you'll do better. You don't know. So if you don't know, how can you show? You don't know what you're supposed to do. You think. You're thinking. What they say, a person that thinking comes from what? Not knowing. I think I'm supposed to do this. I think. Do you know? They're the old saying. Think come from not knowing. A lot of people don't know what to do. They're just thinking what they should do. That's what fucks them up all the time. But deep inside, you know what you should be doing. You know what you should be doing. That's the difference. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real. I was talking to my man about this. My man Jimmy Bones and shit. My cousin and shit. My family and shit. We all have this side to us. Not everybody. I can't speak on everybody. But this is what I can say. He's Muslim. And he's fasting this month, you know what I mean? The people just like that. There's a side of you that when you change, the things that matter to you doesn't matter no more. So I was telling him the other day, he loves clothes. Say he loves making clothes. But the clothes might be a little street. Like Trap Star and stuff like that. It's little streets like that. When you give your life, really, when you give your life to Allah, you give your life to God, those things doesn't seem important anymore. Because your calling is not for that. Right? So now when you're serving Allah or you're serving God, your purpose is a little bit more different than making those type of clothes. You only like those clothes now because you're thinking worldly. So when you're thinking worldly, like I do, I think worldly. When you're spiritual, say if I give my life to God, right? I gave my life to God. I'm not thinking worldly no more. So now this car doesn't matter. I don't care about the car because my connection with God is more important than a vehicle. Now, I can have a car, but it don't have to be nothing new or nothing like that because I'm not worldly. My clothes will be a little different. Why? Is because by me living for God now, my clothes don't have to be worldly because I'm not after the world no more. I'm asked for God. So now my changing will be different. My talking will be different. My attitude will be different. My ways will be different because I gave my life to God, right? So everybody has that if they give their life up. But you know what it is? It's fear. Because this is what I'm going to be real. I don't want to do all that. I'm not doing all that. I can give my life up a different way. I'm gonna tell you something. I know what comes with it. I'm not stupid, man. It's part of the game. Let me tell you something. You can't get no job working with no business and think you're gonna carry your street mentality the same way at the job. You can't, because there's rules that comes with being in this job. There's rules everywhere. So when you come into this world of religion, there's rules, and those rules are changing. Because you have to adjust to the rules. You have to adjust to your tongue, the way you talk. You have to adjust to your praying. So when you're praying 5 times a day, you're Muslim. You're praying off a salat 5 times a day. Your thinking is going to change. Naturally. Not by force. Naturally. If you're Christian, you start praying, whatever you do, you're going to start changing. Naturally. Not by force. Because it's just how it is. I can't tell you. I don't know. That's just how it is. So me knowing that, I don't want that. It's cool and all, but I think I would be forcing myself to be good because it's like this is what it feels like. People that do that don't have no, like, you know how they say, yo, after you can't find a job or anything like that, if you can't do it, you gotta go to assistance. Assistance have nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But sometimes people do assistance from God. Like, they'll just go to them because they had nowhere else to go. And God will always take you in because, that's how he is. But I don't want to be that type of person that just use them because I ain't got nowhere else to go. I ain't gonna look at it like that because I don't think I was built different, so I can't do that. But I'm understanding of why people change when they get into that lane. I understand because they made a path they chose. If I went in gangbanging right now, I won't be a dad no more. If I was gangbanging right now, I gotta go to a meeting, I gotta do this, and my mind would change. I may be negative, so whatever you understand. But that's why I tell you right now, it's time to start changing. It's really, yo, bro. It's a lot of good brothers out here in the world, but a lot of them messed up, yo. They're one-sided thinkers. They're not open-minded. They got a lot of pride. They got a lot of ego. And that stops a man from growing. Stop growth. Stops development. So why you think you don't see a lot of men developing? There's no developer. Can't make something. You can make something from nothing, but you ain't God. See what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, can you make air right now if we don't have none? Fuck no, you can't make no goddamn air. But you be acting like you God. But you don't got examples to prove that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have no more developers developing good men. Everybody has just got their own opinion. Everybody got their own little thing. That shit. If you ask 100 people about your opinion, all motherfuckers will probably say, man, you bullshit. But so what you'll do, you'll keep yourself around people that only believes. I'm gonna tell you what I see people do nowadays. People will only hang around people that's yes men. Yo, you right. Yo, I fucks with him. He's right. You know damn well this nigga wrong. But you know what? He ain't got no friends, so he gonna keep telling him he right because he lonely. Knowing damn well you wrong or damn well you not right. But a lot of people be so lonely they'll just hang around people just because they lonely. They don't have the same interests. They don't have the same belief. They don't have the same none of that shit. But they'll find things in each other that's compatible to make themselves saying, oh, we belong, or we're fit. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't fit. Y'all just two lonely motherfuckers that met each other and try to make yourself compatible. That's it. Y'all niggas don't fit. Y'all got two different. You know what's crazy? You know how a preacher be like, I know it's somebody in this room that's going through something. Of course, there's 200 people in this room. Of course, somebody out of 200 people is going through something. There's 200 people in this room. People will use that on other people like a preacher. Yo, I've been through something. I've been through this. Knowing damn well your story can match a lot of other people because everybody been through something. Come on. So that makes us compatible. Because we both been through something. We both have the same kind of unique stories. Man, I guarantee you ask some homeless people that got the same unique story. You ain't with them. I know it's 100 people that you met that you say, man, we just alike. Why you ain't go with them? But y'all compatible. When you got so many people that you say, yo, we just alike. It's different when you say, I never met nobody like me. And then you meet somebody that's like you, you're like, yeah, that's funny. Out of my whole life, I never met nobody like me until I met you. But people be lying. People be lying. People be lonely. People be lonely, and they find reasons to be with somebody just because they lonely. I've watched it so many times, bro. Yo, I'll tell you something. Mexico had the weirdest relationships. Nobody was bad because my relationship wasn't the best. So I'm not saying like, oh my God, their relationship was weird. No. Me and my wife, right? We young. I can say we kind of young. But we're not young by age. We're young by mind. So a lot of our ways and actions will be very immature, especially me. Because I do a lot of immature shit. I'm petty. I do a lot of shit. But I work on it because I try not to be that person. Because who the fuck gonna be around a person like that? But I know sometimes I can get in those ways and actions, right? But what happens is I'm watching older people. People that's supposed to be an example, role models. And I'm watching and I'm looking at how society has changed. It ain't about love no more. People is not, I don't see somebody like, hey, I can tell they really love each other. Like, I don't see nobody like, yo, I want to be like that. I think I want me and my wife to start hanging around them more so we can get some of that elderly, you know, your grandpa and grandma, you start around, they give you some lessons about what to do and shit like that. It's never judging. It's never like, y'all should, it's never that. It's just like some love shit like, me and you, whatever, been together 20 years and it was things we had to do. And they'll give you stories that was wrong to make you realize we just got to get through it, right? That's what it was. When I see other people in relationships, I'll be looking, I'm like, oh, I don't think y'all fit. So I try to be around a little bit more, just to say, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm bugging, you know what I mean? But then I don't see the love there. I don't see the consideration. Now I see the hustle. I see some hustle. Meaning I see people, they'll do what they have to do to keep their spouse. But they're not doing what they have to do to make their spouse love them more. See what I'm saying? Like, they'll do what they have to do to keep their spouse. I mean, if I do the minimal shit. I do what I got to do to keep you. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to break my neck to make you love me more than what you do now. I'm not doing that. So I'm looking at that shit like, what? I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I thought, like, yo, my wife told me I need to start doing more. I got to prove that. Oh my God. I might not do it, but I'm going to show you little steps. Like, oh yeah, I can see him trying. I can see he wanting to try. A lot of motherfuckers, they don't even want to try. They be like, man, fuck it, man. You got to set me for who I am. You know what I mean? Nigga, this is all I was. I see a lot of my family members like that. I'm thinking to myself, you always going to be lonely, man. You're going to be lonely. The thing about it is, I notice people don't want to be alone, so they'll lie just to be with somebody. They don't want to be alone, so they'll lie or keep up a lie to keep somebody around. Until that motherfucker fall, until that wall break down. It's a whole different conversation. Me personally, we had a saying when we was young. Bros before, you know the rest. Now, my wife, damn sure ain't no hoe. And I won't expect nobody wife to be no damn hoe. But it ain't the hoe. That was just a rhyme. Peace and salute to the goddess. It was a rhyme. So bros and hoes rhyme. Brothers and mothers. That don't. Brothers before mothers. I don't think that sounds cool. So niggas had this bros before hoes, right? What that meant was, whatever we kept in a brother's conversation, same way with women. When women have a conversation, they try to keep it amongst them. What I'm noticing now, men will take their conversation with men and go right behind and tell a woman, right? So it's like a lot of things my bros tell me is real personal. My wife don't know. She might know a little bit, but she don't know personal things. But I tell her the little thing because she might can help. Like, about this, right? But personal things, I don't believe in that. Because I believe in that modem. Keep your brotherhood solid. A lot of dudes would know some information and go back and tell a female to get praise. Yay! I'm a snitch. That's all it is. Look at me, I'm a snitch. I never was like that. I never thought that was cool. So when you see so many brothers looking up to women, honor them, praise them, you be disloyal to the men. Why would you be loyal to a group that you're not even loyal to? So why would you be loyal to men if you mostly cater to women? So that's what the new generation of men. Why you think men are so gay? Why you think men are so feminine? Why you think men are so willing to not fight and shoot you? Women pull hair. Women don't stand up and fight. Boom, boom, boom. Men do that. Back in the day, we'll go toe to toe. Remember that? Yo, toe to toe. You put your foot right here, and I'll put my foot right here, and we can't move. We just have to fight until one falls. That was called toe to toe. I put my toe here. You put your toe, my toe. Come on, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. And whoever fall, nigga, that was like some man shit, right? Toe to toe. Now, men don't want to fight. Instead of pulling hair, they'll shoot you. That's what men are doing. Men are doing that to the point where women is even throwing it out there like, yo, my man to shoot you. I'm telling you. We're going the wrong route. Honor, morals, standards, value, principles, all those things that a man held, woman holds that now. So by a woman holding that role, now you honor them. If you see a woman holding her man down, more than men holding women down, by you being a man, in general, you live by honor. That's just how you're born. But when you see a woman honor her, you're gonna like the woman more. Because you're like, damn, these women is doing more than the men are doing because you're a man of honor. So now you're gonna honor the women more because they're doing more than the men. So now men are honoring women, honoring them because of the work they're doing more than the man is doing. And that's how it is. The system is setting up for a man to lose. Like I know my couple dudes that got kids, and just because they're men, it's harder. It's harder. I'm telling you right now, it's harder. A black man, there's not even no places we can go that's ran by us to get help from. For women, it is. How many women programs, shelters, and shit like that is out there for women? They got a man shelter. That shit's called the halfway house. What the fuck that shit's called? They don't got many things for us. A lot of time men run to the streets. Now the younger kids are running to YouTube and entrepreneurship and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's different. We're losing the battle because we're not preparing ourselves for the war. The war is not men and women. It's not the war. The war is common sense. And that's what they're taking from us. They're taking your common sense away. You don't need them. Let me use them. Let me use your common sense for you. You got kids right now, 2 years old, don't know what they are. I'm a boy or girl? Boy or girl? I feel like a girl, but I'm a boy. You got girls coming out, I feel like a boy, but I'm a girl. Like, they don't know. They can, what? Taking their comments right from the boop. Give me that. You don't need it. What? You never see this new iPhone 14? You need it. You didn't see this new, you need it. They're taking your common sense right from boop. You don't even know what you need anymore. I don't know what the fuck I need. You don't know what you need and want. Remember they say you gotta know your needs from your wants. Niggas don't know what the fuck that is. They don't even know. This system is taking everything from us right in our face. We don't know it. That's why my mind be fucked up. When I see a nice Jag, I seen a Jag yesterday, F-Pack. I'm looking at that Jag, I said, damn, that shit is nice. That shit is fly as hell. My other mind said, you don't need that shit. My other brain's like, damn, I would like to get in that shit just a little bit. Just a little whip a little bit. Because I like the materialistic. What side of me like that materialistic stuff? Come on, man. Let's be real. I'm a real one, man. I ain't gonna say a lie to you. I watch white people that got money. Them motherfuckers be walking, catching a bus and shit, wearing. They look like they stink. They got long locks. They don't want to be done. Mad shit. You go to their crib, they got a crib in the woods. That shit is big as hell. Trampoline, acres, and all that shit. And they rode a horse in the town. You be like, yo, what the fuck? They look dirty, stinky, but they got bread. I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I've always been thinking this. Sometimes I believe white people's generational wealth is their curse, because without it, they die. Sometimes I used to think that, but if they don't have money, they'll die. Imagine that being your curse. If you don't keep money, you'll die. What? That's a lot of pressure. That means if I ever feel like I'm losing, depression come in, anxiety come in. Oh my God, my bank account just went down. Oh my God, I'm about to be homeless. Oh my God, I'm about to die. Oh, that they gotta have money. That's their curse. Us, shit, we don't think about it. We get a little assistance. We do what we gotta do. We'll get back. We ain't gonna kill ourselves over no failure. We was born without it, and we gonna survive without it. That's how we are. You know what I mean? White people, they got it, so that's their curse. Ours is different. I look at that. I mean, people, when they don't have money, they'll kill each other. They don't have nice things like that. They'll have money and pretend they don't got it. I don't got no money. I'm tired of this shit. I don't have no money. I want to be like everybody else, regular people. Nigga, you are regular. What the fuck? You regular. It's just that the money can sometimes be your, yeah. You want that money so bad, right? Now you gotta fight to keep that shit. And the things you gotta do for is that's why they'll move. They'll get all the money and go somewhere else and live in the damn woods somewhere where nobody know them and shit like that. They're not trying to live in society. They got the money. They got the money. They can be driving some nice shit, but they don't want that. They be trying to act like they don't got it. You know, they're just regular bank account. Let me see a bank account. Oh, here you go. 2 million. Yeah, I hate showing people that. I don't like showing. Nigga, right now get 2 million. Nigga, okay. You can tell you got money. You ain't even gotta let that. You ain't even gotta see his bank account. You could just know. Oh, that nigga got a Tesla. Nigga got rims on it. Oh, he got some money. It's different. Sometimes that shit could be your curse. We want it because we want the fruits of your labor. So we want to. It's just buying shit. Imagine you grow up with money. This is what I hear this story all the time. My family came here as immigrants. We didn't have nothing. Shit like that. No. Your dads came here as immigrants. You didn't see that part. That's just your history. Well, how did you live? I heard this. Yeah, I was poor. Yeah, my dad had the smallest boat in town. Your dad had a boat? Nigga, that's not poor. Nigga, we didn't even have a bus pass. And this nigga talking about, yeah, my dad had a boat, but it was the smallest boat. We used to get picked on because our boat was smaller. Nigga, y'all had a boat? Nigga, we had to fucking share shoes. Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, you put 2 miles on this and I'll put 2 miles on them. Nigga, we gonna share these shoes like fucking cars. And you talking about you had a boat. Yeah, I used to get mad because I used to go to summer school. Summer camp. You went to summer camp? Nigga, what? Nigga, we went to camp outside in the woods with all us bad kids. Nigga, that we didn't pay for it because it was just free. Your poor is different than my poor. Your poor is not like, your poor is compared to a rich family. My poor is compared to the poorest already here. So I hear y'all guys, y'all was poor. We need to eat the macaroni and cheese and every day. You think that's poor? Nigga, my cheese didn't melt. With cheese, nigga, with that cheese, that big block of cheese, you can put a lighter to it, that bitch get black. You don't ever melt. You had options. Your family was saving money so y'all can have a better life. My mom and dad was working. They wasn't saving no money for my better. They was spending that motherfucker to make sure this light stayed on. They didn't have no way to save. That's why you can have your family have 2 jobs and still be poor. I've never really seen white people that had 2 jobs and still struggling. It's not a race thing. People say, oh, you're talking about race. Forget the race. Look at the system. The white people that's working don't even know. They're just living like us. They don't know the system. They just happy that they're this color so they can make it better than the other color. That's it. They don't even know why they was born that color. They're just living society just like we are. But the people up top, they could be aliens. I don't know. The ones that control your bank information. Oh, what area you live in? Oh, we don't give loans out to that area. Who set it up that way? Who set the computer up going by area codes? Who set the computer up going by zip codes? Who set the computer up doing this? Who set the computer up telling you this? Who made Vatican City? Who did this? Who did the Pope? That's what I care about. Man, fuck the race. Man, race is corny. I want something bigger than that. Why is these laws set up? Why is there things going behind us that we're not allowed to see? Why do they stop letting us see fucking rockets shoot off in the air? Why they stop letting us see missiles? Why they stop letting us? Why is a lot of things? Why when you first have your baby, they take it and put it and take it from you? It's a lot of things. I just ask myself questions, man. I'd be curious. It ain't about no race. Forget race. I don't care about race. I just know that there's a bigger system that we're not paying attention to. Just like, I'm going to say something, right? What's that shit called? Black Lives Matter. That shit is stupid. That shit is dumb. Black Lives Matter. I'm going to tell you what shit like that do. That start fights. It's like nitpicking. Because you know that's going to start conflict with other people. When I see that shit like that happen, oh, like Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you something. All lives matter. Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you something. It ain't about the black lives that matter. It's about just our characters matter. Not even like it's just, yo, let me tell you something. When you say Black Lives Matter, right? That's something I'll say. I wouldn't even say no shit like that. Because all lives matter. I can't really go up a bubble because I believe white lives matter. I believe Chinese lives matter. I believe Mexican. I believe everybody's life matters. There's just a high scale of what they're showing us, what they're showing me. I don't know what's going on in Russia. I don't know their police brutality scale. And then if I go online and look at it, I got to be mindful who put this up here. So it's 50-50. It's what they could say, right? So I don't know what the crime is in Asia with Chinese cops or Japan versus China or Vietnamese versus Indonesia. I don't know these things. I don't know India cops, how they treat their people. Because the Indians they're not harassing black people in India. They're not harassing white people because most of India population is Indians, right? India. So when they say Black Lives Matter, in my mind, this I'm thinking, they start fights. You don't know it because you don't think that far, right? Because when I say, I think all lives matter, not just black. Because this is what I'm saying. Statistically, they're showing us in our country how much black people is getting hurt by brutality, police brutality. That is true, 100%. In other places, I'm not in those places. So I'm not saying, I speak for those people. But those people are still getting suffered. Even though I'm not there, they are still people too. So let's focus on all people, but I got to focus on my people because I'm here. People over there should focus on their people. People over there should focus on theirs. People there. So all these lives should be focused on because they're all being hurt. See what I'm saying? Black lives matter. Yes, but don't use that to take away from all lives because that's how the fight starts. If I go around saying, nigga, all black people better than white people, let's start fights. Let's start fights. If you go around saying all fucking Puerto Ricans is better than black, let's start fights. Those little things like that start fights that the government loves to see because it makes the news. That's what the news is about. Negative fucking, I want to say, any negative environment, worldly scammed or some shit. Because this shit is, I'm telling you, I watch it and we're not even aware of it. You see what I'm saying? We're so stuck. And man, this shit is deep, man. This shit is deep. That's why I try not to go too far in it. But like I said, Joe, I'm gonna do another live tonight and shit like that. Like I said, man, I'm back, man. I keep saying that, I keep dipping off and shit, but it was a lot doing in Mexico and doing all this boom boom. Cause I was trying to enjoy myself, but at the same time, I was going through a lot to it. I mean, that's another. I try not to talk too much on one subject because then at least when you want to talk about that, you already put so much on it, so I feel like it's been repeated. That's why I just not go too far on it. But I'm gonna come back to that. Love y'all, man. Stay out the way, it's not in the way. Live, love, and learn. I'm not going on Facebook and go live. But love y'all, man. I'm out of here.